that most of your customers are leaving here with the highest payment they've ever had in their entire life.
Yeah.
And that's everywhere I go.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't matter. New car, used car. People are leaving with the highest payments they've ever had in their entire lives. Is the payment, because 75% of your people are choosing to finance with you right here, so would it be fair to say that 75% of the people are making a decision, certainly based partially on the amount of the payment?
Yeah.
Okay? So if payments are higher than they've ever been, because prices of vehicles are higher than they've ever been, interest rates are creeping up, might there be some psychological barriers that the customers have to fight through to say yes to the highest payment they've ever had?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, here's the scenario. You are my customer. I'm probably going to regret this.
Go ahead, let's go.
You are my customer, okay? And I'm buying a no, you're buying 2016 Jag. All right? And I'm going to try to close you at $703 a month.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to put down $3,500, 703 is at 72 months, and you're going to say, Steve, need a lower payment than that. Okay? Now you can make this payment. I qualified you properly, but you're doing what good customers do.
Right.
You want to negotiate it.
Right.
Okay? Now I've got 5 or 6 different ways I can do this. The basics are I ask you for more cash. The basics are we look at extending a term. The basics are we measure the premium equipment. I can do a reduce to the ridiculous. I'm not going to use any of those. I'm going to show you the single strongest payment objection handling strategy there is on the face of the earth. This is what I learned from the Harley Davidson guy 7 or 8 years ago. Okay? It's going to change completely the way you look at that $703 a month payment. All right? So I'll start with the close. E, with $3,500 down, you've got 3 choices. Short term, save the most money, pay it off sooner. Long term, more comfortable, more flexible. Right in the middle, best of both worlds. Which one works best for you?
I'm leaning toward the 72 months, but that payment is extremely too high for me.
Okay.
$3,500 then.
E, I'm going to guess that's probably the highest car payment you've ever seen?
Yes.
Okay, not a problem. E, you can make the payment, you just don't want to, and I understand that completely. But you love the vehicle, correct?
I love it.
We fixed this payment. Nothing else stops you from taking delivery, correct? Okay.
Also, I have good credit. I'm not willing to put down $3,500 then.
E, I don't care how much money you put down. I just thought lowering your payment and saving you some money was a good idea, but you can put down any amount you want to. Cool?
I don't want to put any money down.
Okay. You want to put down 0?
0 down.
Okay, I'm gonna guess your payment goes to about $770. All right? That's 72 months. So if you didn't want to make 703, you definitely don't want to make 770, do you?
Definitely not.
Okay, well, I got a plan for you, E. This is a $30,000 vehicle, okay? And you're making a brilliant move by buying it used because most of the depreciation is taking place, all right? But you do know that the vehicle will probably depreciate a little bit more over the next 6 years, right?
Definitely.
Okay. But did you know that every time you stroke a check for $770, you're going to save money? There's a savings element to every car payment you make. Has anyone ever explained that to you before?
No. Well,
Okay.
yeah,
Look, E, here's what you don't want to do. I get it. You don't want to, and I'm going to send you guys the graphics I'm doing right here too. The graphics are important. You don't want to write a check for $770. You don't want to sign it. You don't want to make it out to a lender, and you definitely don't want to send it to a lender. Am I hearing you correctly?
Yes, sir.
You could, you just don't want to. You want the Jaguar, you don't want to put any money down, and you want a lower payment.
Definitely.
Gee, that's not asking much. But you know what? You're going to get the lower payment, as a matter of fact. You're going to pay a lot less than $770 a month to drive this vehicle. Because when you make that last payment, the 72nd payment, what comes back to you in the mail a couple months or a couple weeks later?
A check.
No. What comes
Well,
back?
I don't know. You tell me.
A free and clear title to the vehicle
Okay.
comes back in the mail. Okay? And it's only got one name on it. Yours.
Right.
There is no lien holder. Now the question I've got for you, E, this is a $30,000 vehicle that has taken the biggest depreciation hits already.
Okay.
What do you think it will be worth 6 years from now? If you just drive it like you intend on driving it, but you don't crash it, you don't trash it.
Probably maybe $5,000, $6,000, because of the age of the vehicle right now. So I know
Sure.
it's not going to be worth that much, depending on the miles.
You got a phone on you?
Yes, sir.
Divide 6,000 by 72. What's that say, 83?
Yeah.
You know what that $83 represents, E? That's the amount of money that you save every single time you stroke a check for that vehicle. Because metaphorically speaking, the lender's not going to keep that 770. 83 is going straight back to your title every month. What's 770 minus 83?
So 77 minus what?
770 minus 83. No, 770
Oh.
minus 83.
687.
687. You know, E, you didn't want to make you didn't want to make 703 with $3,500 down. You're going to be paying 687 a month to drive that vehicle with nothing down. I need your okay right there.
How you come up with that math? I'm still shocked. I don't know yet. Can you get that payment to 587 for me then?
If you tell me that you think the vehicle will be worth 10 or 15,000 in 6 years, yes, I can. Yes, I can. This right here, this is all the truth, and the math is simple. All you do is ask the customer what they think the vehicle will be worth at the end of the term.
But then,
Well, let me ask you a question. What's easier to say yes to, 687 or 703?
687.
687.
Yeah.
Okay, the math is simple. Ask the customer what the vehicle will be worth at the end of the term, divide that by the term in months, and that gives you the amount of money that's being saved every time they write a check for a vehicle. All right? The story is that's where you need talent. That's where you need to practice. You know, everybody knows vehicles depreciate. Not everybody knows there's a savings element to every single car payment you make. Did you know that? No, let me show you. You know what the number one response to this is from a real live customer? Number one response is do that again. Do that again. What's that mean? They sign? They hook?
Yeah.
Well, when they don't, let me tell you when this will not work, is if they can't stroke a check for the gross amount.
Right.
Then it won't work.
Right.
If I've got them on too much vehicle, it will not work.
Right.
Okay? But otherwise, it works like a charm.
So at the end of the day, you're still looking at that 77.
And if you can't stroke a check for that,
Right.
doesn't matter what I
Doesn't
say.
matter what you say, right?
Doesn't matter
That's
what I
all they see.
So the purpose of that is to sell the customer on the long-term savings that they'll get from buying the vehicle. That's
It doesn't
So to
matter.
put them at that payment.
I know. I'm just saying, but we're
Mostly.
making the savings appealing. That's
Well, but see, most customers don't think about it this way.
Right.
Okay? They go $770 a month payment. Damn.
Right.
But when they pay off the vehicle doesn't turn to dust, hopefully.
Yeah.
There's still value there. So you divide that value by the term, and then you subtract that number from the gross payment, and that's what they're paying to drive the vehicle.
Right.
That's what you pay to own it. That's what you pay to, the 687 is what you pay to drive it.
Right.
Okay? All right, I've got this in writing. So everything I just did here, I'll send to you. In fact, I can probably hand it to you because I think I've already got it.
Yeah.
And then when you get my email, I'm going to have the links to the videos I've done today on YouTube. If you subscribe to my channel, it doesn't cost anything. You can see me doing this 50 different ways. And you can see me doing it with the camera on the paper so you can see what the graphics are like.
Okay.
Cool?
I like that. I like that.
E, I feel vindicated. You like something.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I love it. You know, it's a whole different angle.
All right, do me a favor, write you guys' names and your email addresses down here so I can send you the stuff. And otherwise, it was an absolute pleasure. Howard, Dax,
Thank you.
Earl, welcome to the car business. Brian, welcome to the car business.
Good to see you again.
I hope you'll get to see me again in the not too distant future, but that'll be up to your boss.
Where you coming from?
Georgia.
Oh.